Hello, hello, and welcome to My Time TV. This is TV from me by TV with Adaire, community TV with Adaire. I'm trying to do 600 things at once here, and I'm not exaggerating one iota. It is community TV with Adaire, TV for you by TV from me. Now, this is where I talk to people in the community who are doing amazing things to help other people and add value to the lives of people around them. This could be anything from yoga to meditation, gardening, cooking, reading tarot cards, healing, whatever you're interested in, you're going to find it right here. Now, today we're being joined by the lovely, lovely Paula Darch. We've worked together before a couple of times, and it's my pleasure to introduce her and bring her onto the show. Paula is she has a Facebook page called Dynamics Mind and Body Connection, and she's an intuitive healer. I'm just trying to find my spot here on my so I could make stuff up, but it's probably better that I actually read what Paula's given me to share about her. She actually started intuitive healing and psychic mediumship professionally in 2012 after completing her Reiki training and becoming a Reiki master. She actually has a passion for healing and supporting people through mental, emotional, and spiritual, on different levels, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. And she's continued in this vein and getting stronger and stronger and more with her skills and what she's doing for us, and she is just amazing. I've seen Paula myself as a client, and my family do see Paula. She's an amazing healer, intuitive healer. I'll bring her on because then she can share with you what it is, what's happening for her, and she can probably tell you better than I could. Hello, Paula. How are you?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me, Adaire.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's been a little while since we've done this. Do you remember the first and last time that we actually shared the screen together? I think I was sitting next to you.
Next to me, yes, here in this room, yes.
And
we did some card readings. So we were just asking people to put their names down and do card readings, which we're going to do something like that today, but a little bit different.
That sounds exciting. But first, Paula, I'd just love for you to share a little bit about yourself, what it was that, sort of brought you onto this journey. I was thinking, how much do I share and how much I don't? So I was sort of, getting a bit tongue-tied, but I thought I would probably be best to let you share yourself what it is that had brought you into this space and how you became to be a intuitive healer.
Yeah, sure. So the funny thing is, it was actually my son. My son was actually seeing spirit in this house, and I thought, oh, I really need to help him. I need to find a way to support him. So I started my journey at the time thinking that it was just about him and helping him. And I started meditating, and I started to go to spiritual groups. And just to, find out again, I thought that it was really helping. It was about helping him. And what it did was it really unlocked me and my intuition. And I really started to realize that throughout my life, I had a lot of intuitive thoughts, and I just knew things and didn't know what they were until I started meditating and actually going to these spiritual groups to actually, start supporting my son. But as I said, it really unlocked me, which was pretty cool. And that was a long time ago now. And then I started to feel energy and didn't really know what it was, but the word Reiki just kept on being flashed in my face, and I kept on the synchronicity of numbers and words kept on coming to me. And in 2012, I just knew that it was the year to start. And that's where, again, it just started to unlock more and more and more. And, in my intuition as well, and trusting my intuition, and then going on to be a hypnotherapist and a coach, NLP coach and emotional release therapist, timeline therapy as well. So it just, from one thing to the other, it just kept on rolling and kept on moving. But I knew that it was right. I knew that the time was right for each and every one of those opportunities to happen. And now I'm really taking myself and my business to a different level, where I'm now teaching what I know, and I'm now teaching everything that I've learned along the way. And that's really exciting for me, where I'm, really looking forward to teaching my knowledge now and sharing that with others.
So now you've morphed into a I guess it's evolved, or like you're learning it yourself, and now you're teaching. So do you still do practice, like one-on-one, and then teaching groups as well? So you're sort of
correct.
helping people help others. Is that?
Yes, it's about, so I'm still working with my clients to support them in, unlocking the emotions and their blockages, and then teaching other people how to support people in the world through, healing and everything as well. A lot of people are waking up to spirituality, women, men and children. And it's about, for me, letting people know that there is support out there for all of these different things that are happening in the world and to themselves, and that they're not alone, by discovering that and supporting them through that.
So you're doing that. I love that what you said about people are waking up to spirituality, and it's not, I think it's becoming more and more mainstream, and it doesn't seem to me, because when I was growing up, I've actually got, sorry, I'm here I'm going with a, like, oh, look, a squirrel. I've actually put a frame up, and you can't see it from where you're sitting, Paula, but it's actually snowing. So we've got a Christmas frame, and we've got it snowing. So So the title of what we're talking about now is helping humanity, and helping people help people. It seems that that's where you've sort of moved into, as well as having your own clients. So now, keep going.
That's right, Adaire. It's actually now it's about still supporting my clients and working with clients, but what I'm finding is that the people that are coming to me are going through some form of like spiritual awakening or discovery on themselves, which is why they've been drawn to me. And then the people that want to know more about their spirituality, I'm doing the mentorship program as well, where it's helping them to discover more about what's around them and knowing who's around them, rather than just saying, okay, I feel something, but what is that? So it's about teaching them what is around and who's around, and knowing that they're safe by setting up security with their team. I call it a team of their angelics and guardian angels and spirit guides and so on and so forth. So I'm finding that a lot of men are waking up now, or they're actually acknowledging they've been waking up for years, but they're actually acknowledging that they're waking up, and they're acknowledging that there's a spirituality about them, and they're wanting to learn that. So, I'm really, I feel really blessed by having males, being a female, come and actually want to know more about their spirituality as well.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, and I think that we've just spent some time with Michael Clark doing a workshop, and that's probably more about the energy and the energetic, like what's happening in your body, as much as the. I know that they're all inextricably interconnected and intertwined.
Sorry. Yes.
But it was good to see, it's like my partner and my son and other people are still, like I said, it's becoming more mainstream, and more people. I'm just trying to turn my phone on silent because I didn't do that before. My bad. And I think it's great, because more people are saying, well, there's got to be something more. There's got to be something more than than what I'm experiencing in my life right now. And it's just, I think for a lot of people, it's feeling a bit empty, but there's no, and then people go, well, where else can I look and what else is there? And it seems to be that the spiritual aspect of things is really what helps people feel that sense of, you know, well, calm and peace and joy and a bit more balance about their lives. Sonia's here. She's saying hello. I've popped her up and back several times. There's a few people here. If you just want to jump in, comment, just say hi and where you're from. I'm really interested because we do get a global audience. We've got, now I can remember his name, Akudo, I think his name is anyway, he will come in, he'll pop in from New Zealand. He comes in for, he's here for most shows. I'm not quite sure if he's joining us today or not, but I would love it if you could pop in and tell me again how to pronounce your name because he's tried several times and I've just and he's usually here fairly regularly, so it's really cool to get people that pop in regularly and say hi. Paula is going to be doing an angel numbers reading or maybe two a little bit later on. So if you would like to, while we're actually setting up for that, do you want to explain what that is and how people can participate?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so the angel numbers are, the angels will show us numbers in synchronicity. And what that is about is you will see a pattern of numbers reoccurring all the time. Like you'll see 111, you'll see 22, 33, so on and so forth. Those numbers are a message from the angels of guidance. And so today I work with this book a fair bit. It's reversed, I'm sorry. It's actually called Angel Numbers. And what it is, it's just intuitively saying to yourself, what number between 0 and 999 do I want a message? And the very first number that comes up, write it down in this post because that's the number that the angels are actually giving you a message about. So quite randomly, Adaire, I will wake up in the morning and I'll have this number stuck in my head, 489 or 599 or something like that. I always go to my book and the message is spot on 100% every single time because it's their way of communicating with us in a way that we can communicate with them. So, and that's through our resources, the 3D resource of books. And what have you too. So that's the angel numbers.
Okay, so if you are wanting to have your angel number read and Paula is happy to do that, just pop it in the comments, the first number that pops into your head. I have to say that we were talking earlier and I've said to Paula for the last couple of months, I've seen the number 11 everywhere. Like everywhere. And it's every time I look at the clock, every time I go out walking, like I'm looking out of my window right now, and there is two palms that are growing like this. And 11. To me, 11, and it's like they're in the same pot, and it's just like that. So it's like everywhere, and it's every time I look at the clock, it's 11 or 2:11. It was. I looked at the clock; it was 2:11, and it's number plates and street numbers, and it's just everywhere. So
I've been... And number 11 is actually a very important number going into next year because next year is actually when you add up all of the numbers 2018, it actually works out to an 11. And but we always break that down to a single number, which is the year of the 2. But next year, we actually can have the energy of the 11 and the 2. An 11 number is a master number in the angelic realm. And it is also a very, it's a spiritual number. So when people start to go through, their what we call the spiritual awakening, they start to see the number 11 a lot. They start to see 1s a lot, and then 2s and 3s, and they see it as a double digit or they'll see it, you know, 3 times. And the number 11 is very significant in the Ascended Masters. So I'm going to read you, Adaire, what number 11 means now in this wonderful book. So you've got your first message for today. So number 11, pay attention to your repetitive thoughts and ideas as they're answers to your prayers. This number also signifies a highly creative person who needs to avoid addictive behaviours.
Oh my God, that's so me.
I thought you'd laugh. I thought you would actually completely understand that number. So
totally.
It's so the numbers are always messages from the angels to pay attention to. So the website that I really like to use whenever I see a repetitive number and it's not in my book, say the other day I got the number 1769 and my book doesn't do that. So, hi Alfredo, my book doesn't do that. So I look up a website called Sacred Scribes with Joanna, and she will always have, she has the numbers from 0 right through to thousands. And the number was, and that message for that number was 100% spot on for what I was actually going through at that day, at that week. So they will give you numbers, the angels will give you numbers to pay attention to and to research. So, yeah, they're fun.
That's amazing. So we've got Alfredo's popped into the lobby.
It's a prime number.
Alfredo, and he's saying it's a prime number.
Yeah, it's a master number.
So that is something that it's weird because it's just popped up. Normally numbers for me have been number like 18 has been appearing quite often throughout the life. Jill's here as well. Jill's hello, Jill. Give us some love for that. Give us some like or some hearts.
Love
for that, because thank you for that, Paula. That was really really awesome. And if you are here, and like Paula has said earlier, if you've just joined us, pop in a number between 0 and 999 and Paula will do an angel numbers reading for you. And if you're wanting to, we've got some hearts coming now. That's so awesome. Really appreciate that. I'm going to do, do the love, do the hearts. I like the love. and Paula will, yes, Alfredo, between 900 now. Alfredo's saying between 0 and 9,099. No, it's 999, Alfredo. Yeah. So there we go.
Take a 9 off.
Yeah. And if you go any higher than that, what was the website that you mentioned, Paula?
Sacred Scribes with Joanna.
Okay, cool. Sacred Scribes with Joanna. Maybe we'll get you to maybe pop the link in after the broadcast. Yeah, you can do that after. Yeah. Okay, so Frodo's saying I could go with number 1, 2, 3, for example. Before you do that, Paula,
yes.
I want to know, is Alfredo, are you okay? Do you want to come into the broadcast? Because I'm actually looking at a picture of him. I'll bring him into the broadcast, and if he doesn't want to go, he can pop himself out again. But so you can have a chat with him. How does that sound? Oh, hang on. We've just got. He just sent me a message. Hang on. He might say no. Let's just see. I've got a bit of lag time here, so. And Jill is saying 111. So we'll do Alfredo. Alfredo saying sure. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's just go. I've got to breathe. I've got to stop clicking around the screen when it won't move as fast as what I want it to. This is like so. Okay, Alfredo, bringing you in now, and you can have a chat with Paula about your number. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, Alfredo. How are you going?
Things are going well. Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome. And we've got an image of you. We don't have you.
Yeah, the reason why I use the image is it uses less bandwidth, so that's why.
Oh, so you're doing the. Oh, okay. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop myself out of the show, and I'll let you and Paula have a conversation about your number, which was 123.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. No worries. So, Paula, over to you.
Hello, Alfredo. How are you today?
Doing well, Paula.
Excellent. Alfredo, you've chosen the number 123, so I'm going to read you what that message is. Simplify your life.
Oh,
Get rid of anything that's pulling at your energy, time, or finances, especially anything that pulls you away from your life purpose. The Ascended Masters are helping you with the simplification. What does that message mean to you, Alfredo? I heard you laugh.
I didn't laugh. I said, oh, wow, because I'm actually trying to simplify what I'm trying to do online, kind of cut back on a few activities, focus more on my family time. And I mean, that's basically what I'm trying to do right now.
Beautiful. So it's giving you the clarification that what you're doing is the right thing, and it's an affirmation that what you're doing is the right thing to do, and to keep it up. You know, just keep simplifying and, you know, break things down. And I feel that it's really also about, you know, doing the things that you need to do for yourself as well. I feel that you do a lot for other people.
Wow.
And it's about simplifying and actually starting to do things for yourself as well, because when you do things for yourself, it actually brings joy to others. So simplify and actually start to do some focusing about what you need, Alfredo. Does this make sense to you?
It does make sense. Like, for example, the way I use the image for my profile, I mean, instead of using a webcam and reacting with the actual video,
yes,
I just made it simple and just use a still image, but still kind of focus on how I enunciate my voice and how I react to certain comments, just to make it simple.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's excellent. And I think it's also, you know, a reminder for all of us on this live today that sometimes we overcomplicate life by making our lives too busy. And, you know, we've got that beautiful statement, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, when sometimes we just need to stop for a little while and take a breath, especially around this time of year.
So, yes, that's very good advice. Thank you for the clarification. And what
You're
else?
welcome.
How else are we?
That's really awesome. So cool to see you, Alfredo. And I wish you all the best with your journey. I know it's hard, and I know your intention was to sort of stay away from social media for a little while, but I have to say that I hadn't seen you for a couple of days, and I really did miss you. In fact, I was going to say in the Be Livers group this morning, I was going, Alfredo, I haven't seen you for a while, and then you commented, and I thought, oh, there he is. So it's sort of, it's a bit like a comfy blanket, Alfredo, because people like yourself and Roy and April from the Net Friending tribe. You know, it's like you just sort of feel connected because we keep turning up and we're there consistently all the time. So I appreciate it when you do come on, and I appreciate you popping in today and saying hello to both myself and Paula. And sure, you got a lot from that number reading that you got.
Yeah, I did get a lot from the number reading. It kind of reflects what I'm trying to do currently. And I was surprised that Paula actually kind of guessed what I'm going through. So,
well, I don't think there's any guesswork on Paula's part. I think she just gets fed information from the divine. So, and then it comes out through her physical being. So, all right, Alfredo, thank you so much. I'll drop you out now, and we'll have to see if Jill is. I'll see you later, Alfredo.
okay.
Thank you.
So Jill is not coming into the lobby. I don't see her in the lobby, but she has got 111. So perhaps you could do a reading for Jill.
Excellent. Jill, your number is 111. An energetic gateway has opened for you, rapidly manifesting your thoughts into reality. Choose your thoughts wisely at this time, ensuring that they match your desires. Don't put any energy into thinking about fears at all, lest you manifest them. So I hope this makes sense to you, Jill. This, for me, meaning is that this week, we are actually in the new moon energy. And so the new moon energy is about manifesting your desires for January, like for the end of December and 2018 January. So it's asking you to be mindful of your wording to yourself, but your wording in general. What is it that you desire for yourself? Because you are in a really strong energy right now to manifest your desires. So write down what it is that you desire and be mindful of the way you're saying them. Always say them in the positive of, I am or I have, and that way we're actually manifesting the things that we are wanting in our life. So I hope this makes sense to you, Jill.
That's awesome. Awesome. I'm trying to put up here, share the love. So if you appreciate that, and I know you do, give us some more hearts. That'd be awesome. And that is fantastic. Jill, I'm sure that would have meant something to you. If you wanted to leave some comment, that is, I know sometimes it's hard to, something's happening down here. Sometimes it's hard to type in, especially if you're on your phone and you wanted to make some comment. It is a little bit difficult. And so actually I find sometimes after I do the broadcast that I go through the comments afterwards and there are comments I haven't even picked up. So I do apologize in advance if you've made some comments here and I haven't picked them up. I've been trying to get to your comments, and if I have missed them, I do apologize. We will do this again sometime, because I think, would you perhaps like to share with us what your plans are for next year with live broadcasting, Paula?
Yeah, sure. So next year, 2018, I'm going to be on MyTimetv doing my own broadcast on my own show. And it's going to be around a subject that actually touches my heart very dearly, and that is parenting from chaos to freedom. I'll be doing it monthly. So month by month, I will be talking about different subjects that I have worked on for myself as being a parent of 3 beautiful boys, but also extremely challenging. I'll be sharing in the first broadcast my story about parenting from chaos to freedom and what that truly means for me, and why I actually I'm doing the broadcast on this subject. I have worked in the education system before I started this, before I started working full time in this area. I worked in the education department and I worked with special needs children, and I have a very special spot for these children. But what I realised was that the parents of children with challenging behaviour, special needs, and what have you, they were left behind. They didn't know it was all about the child. And so the parents were really left of, what do I do? How do I do so? How do I look after myself? And so for me, it's now supporting parents in supporting themselves.
This is
when
interesting
we support
because
ourselves.
Oh, sorry, Paula. I was just going to say this is really interesting because when we start talking about this, Alfredo said he has a brother-in-law that is a special needs adult.
Yes.
And I have, and my nephew lives with me, and I don't know if I don't think he's been diagnosed on the spectrum of autism, on the spectrum, but I think I think his brother has been diagnosed, and I think, like you said, the the help for parents, or the support for parents has been probably sadly lacking until certainly, sort of starting to come out now with more and more awareness. But I think it's a fantastic thing that you're doing. So yeah. So sorry, finish what you're saying.
So what this TV show is actually about is working on strategies, working on emotions, in how they can start actually working on themselves, because we know that the umbilical cord to our children doesn't disappear. It is still very much there. So when we work on ourselves, then we actually are working for our children as well. So what this program is that it's actually going to, my aim is to actually support parents in supporting themselves through strategies, through emotional release.
I love it. That's brilliant. Really brilliant. I don't think that it's any accident that that I happen to be surrounded by quite a few people who have an interest in helping parents and children with special needs, and I think that's a beautiful thing that you're doing. Alfredo said children like to be loved, so I think everybody likes to be loved. Everybody loves to be loved. Everybody loves love. And I think learning to love ourselves as parents with special needs children, or parents of kids, full stop. I think loving ourselves first is probably a good place to start. So,
and what it comes down to, Adaire, is that, and again, this is a very big topic about what I will be going into, but I feel that I needed to share this now, and that is that what we don't realise as parents is that we are grieving for the child that we thought we were going to have. We are grieving, even for my son, he has a lot of mental illness, and what I thought, when you hold that newborn baby in your arms, you look at them and you have this beautiful picture in your mind of what they're going to be and where they're going to go. And so what we don't realise that we actually do is we start to try and control that journey of where we think that our kids are meant to go. And a matter of fact, all we actually need to do is love them, care for them, nurture them, and encourage them to find themselves, because ultimately that's all we're trying to do, right? Find ourselves.
Now, that's right, and we're doing what our parents taught us to do. So Correct. We can see things differently and do things differently. If we find that it hasn't worked for us, which I would say a large percentage of the population would say, if they were totally honest, that no, it hasn't worked for them and there's got to be a different way, or perhaps a slightly better way of doing things.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it comes down to the belief systems and our value systems, which I know that you work very strongly with, Adaire. When we are working on a belief system or a value system that is not actually ours, it's our parents or societies or something like that, then we just live this life of constantly sort of moving through life feeling lost and, like we don't belong there or something like that. And that's where the depression is, the anxiety is, because we're constantly fearing something that we don't know what's there or what we're meant to be doing next or something like that. We actually don't need to live like that anymore, because it's about, coming into here and, finding that essence within the soul self and the essence within who we actually are within here. And I feel that that's what's, I guess, been lacking in the generations before us of knowing that. So,
well, I think that's right, and I think we were probably the thinking. Even my mum says, now we're out of time, so we'll wind up in a minute. I was going to say, even my mum says is that she is so steeped in her beliefs, and so she will admit it. She says, I'm so, and I love my mum to bits, but she says I am so steeped in my beliefs that I can't change them, and we all know that it is a choice, but she genuinely believes that that's where she's at. And I think, well, that was sort of what they were brought up with, was, that's it, that's what you are, and you're in that box and you stay there forever, which is and then as the generations go through, people go, well, that's not working for me anymore, what else can we do?
Exactly. exactly. Yeah.
So, Paula, where can we find you? I have put your business page up here. So
beautiful. Excellent. So you can find me at Dynamics Mind and Body Connection on Facebook, or you can give me a call just to have. I'm offering free 15-minute chats over Christmas to help and support you in your next stage of words aren't coming out in your development. So you can give me a call on 0400 668075.
okay.
And we can have a free 15-minute consultation.
Okay, so what I'll do is get you to maybe pop that in the comments after we've finished the broadcast, and also the link to that website that does the readings up to several thousand. And
Yes.
Alfredo is saying, did I hear the time clock alarm? Yes, you did, yes. Alfredo. It is, our time is up. We have gone a little bit over. It has been an amazing show. Paula, you're fantastic. I put some snow on, and it just looks really pretty. It's like we've got with that thing behind you. What was it? The life flower.
The flower of life.
The flower of life, and
yes.
And then the snow falling. It just looks really pretty. Very, very calming and very nice. And it's lovely to go into the season with this. So the next time we speak, we will have had Christmas. We will all be full of stuffing Christmas, or if we celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. If you are feeling like you would like, I'm not sure whether I can put you on the spot here, Paula, but there are some people who find it difficult around Christmas time. Is there anything that we can do for them who, are saying, or maybe they don't celebrate Christmas and we just might want to reach out. They might want to reach out and just have someone to talk to. Could they ring you for 15 minutes as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because I find that Christmas brings a lot of fear in people and a lot of a loneliness. It brings that whole, do I have to spend time with a family that I really don't want to spend time with? It just brings up a lot of emotion for a lot of people. So, yes, if people, feel, that they just need that little bit of guidance, then, I can offer that 15 minutes. And then if they're wanting to then go a bit further and make an appointment for January, then, we can do that too.
Beautiful. Thank you, Paula. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for doing my cards and reading the numbers and reading the numbers for Alfredo and for Jill as well. Amazing stuff. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Merry Christmas, everyone. Much love. Bye.
And it's very slow. I will wind up. I have clicked the thing to pop you out of the show, but it's not working. So I'll wind up as we are right here. That was Paula Darch from Dynamics Mind and Body Connection. I'm Adaire Palmer, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a safe and happy festive season. Have an amazing time, whatever you're doing. And remember, if it's not so amazing for you, you can reach out and have a chat with Paula. She's offering the 15-minute conversations with you if you would like. It's Community TV with Adaire on MyTimetv. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.